today I'm going to be playing Kerbal Space Program. So let's just jump right in here. I already have done a Kerbal Space Program video, but I played in Sandbox, which, as we all know, isn't really fun. Right now I'm going to do a career. So let's play career, change the name to whatever I want. Let's just do, let's do a NASA video, I guess. Now, I'm going to change the flag, so we're going to go to options, change flag, NASA. And here we go, just going to jump in. I'm a bit rusty at this game, I haven't played in a while. Last time I played, I just made it to the moon's surface, and that's where all my missions remain. I just figured out how to get there. I was like, wow, it's cool. Successful moon landings, and then leave them there. So right now, whenever you start a game, you have to go to the vehicle assembly building. I know that. And here's where all the fun stuff begins. You see, now we have to make a rocket. So usually you start with the... Oh yeah, I don't start with all the parts, so let's just start with what we have. Make sure we have a parachute though. Oh, give it some fins, I guess. Let's give it four fins. Now, this is going to be a very basic rocket. I'm expecting this one to come back and touch the ground. And let's give this one a science module, because I want to improve as much research on this as I can. So, here we go. I'm going to just go and name this... No, I'm not even going to name it. So I'm going to start launch vehicle. Ooh, the loading, it's intense. Well, right now I'm going to just go in here, play some Kerbal. So let's see where this gets me. Okay, so this is the launch pad. It looks like it's already been blown up a lot, so right now let's just try taking off. I'm going to set this throttle all the way, see how high we can get. Jebediah there, looks like he's having a whale of a time, and I just realized, oh never mind, I didn't stage the rocket. So I just took off with the parachute on. I'm actually going to revert the flight back to vehicle assembly, and okay, I'm sorry about that interruption. Let's just stage our vehicle quick. So the first stage is going to be the rockets, and the next stage is going to be the parachute. Here we go, and 1 second. There we go. Okay, so let's try this again. Now we're going to take off again, and it's going to not be really exciting. I'm not expecting to even make it to space yet. And if I do, I do not remember the controls for how to move around in space. I used to be great at EVAs, but now I'm not so much. So this is about as high as we're going to get. Not really, it gets decently high. So here we go. This is about the altitude we want to get to. No, never mind. I'm gonna wait till speed gets down to 50, and then we're gonna deploy our parachute. Or actually, when it hits 0. Right here we go. We're starting to speed up, so let's deploy the parachute and speed up time. And the rocket's upside down. So they're gonna do a re-entry. Parachute should be deploying. It's a little close. And yep, here we go, successful landing. Woo! Congrats. So now that I've landed the spaceship, there's another thing you can do to sort of get a bit of extra research. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out of the rocket, enter my EVA suit. Says my hatches are obstructed, so I sort of screwed this up. Yeah, we're gonna have to end it here. I'll show you on the next vessel. But basically, what you do is this is where you'd end the flight. You'd hop out, you'd get your EVA score, and you'd get a bunch of research bonuses. But hopefully, we'll get a better rocket now. But we got some more parts, and that's good. So now we can go to our vehicle assembly building. And I screwed up again. I'm gonna just restart the campaign. So I'm gonna restart the campaign here because some things I screwed up. As soon as I remember how to do this. It can't be too difficult. Let's return the Space Center, and then from the Space Center I think I can leave. Quit to the main menu. I screwed up. I was supposed to accept some missions before I did that. Like the first mission was first flight, and you get a bunch of more money and rewards for doing it. So let's do career. Let's name it KSP, and just have a generic flag because don't want to do a NASA playthrough. NASA would be ashamed of me. Especially because NASA has sort of a no man left behind policy that I don't exactly always follow. Okay, I had some missions going on in there, but here we're going to go to the mission control. Right now we have to gather scientific data from Kerman, but we're going to accept this one first. This one is another mission we need. One of the founding principles of Kerman's world's first record-keeping society is to continue to advance the frontiers of science. But you can read it if you want to, but this one I just need to give a crew report before I launch. And it's really trivial. And this one is I need to escape the atmosphere, so I need to make it to space. But right now I'm going to finish the 2 missions I have, and then we'll make it to space. So now I go to the vehicle assembly building. And before I take off, I just need to do a crew check. So now I take this here, and I'm going to attach my rocket to it. And again with the fins. But this time I'm not going to put anything on the rocket. Like, I'm not going to just stick a bunch of things. Well, I will, but not by the hatch, because I need to be able to exit the rocket. And the parachute. Now let's also get our staging done right. So for the staging, if you play the tutorial, it's just you put the parachute on the top layer. Just make sure you don't have it go on during takeoff. Let's name this rocket Hopper 1. Or no, let's name it a jumper, as we're sort of jumping with this. It's not really much of a flight. This is just going to be a low orbit, a suborbital, if you can really call it that. this won't even make it to orbit, so it's just gonna be a small jumper. And with a jumper, the main goal of a jumper is just a starting craft that you use to research things. So we're gonna go max, and I already screwed up, so I'm gonna revert the flight. You see, I have to revert to the launch because when I get to the launch screen, I need to just accept, screwing up, hello, I just got someone watching. Name a dumb Kerbal thing. Yes, you got it. Yes, my first loyal fan. Hey, I'm gonna do absolutely everything you tell me to do here. Let's just do this. Okay, so, name it, dumb Kerbal thing. I'm gonna have to revert to vehicle assembly then. So let's name it the dumb Kerbal thing. So my goal right now is just to get some research points, and I accepted a mission that I have to do a like a flight check before I take off. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I screwed up because I took off before I did the flight check, so I would have failed the mission. So now I'm going to take off. Well, gonna get that, and yeah, it's simple as that. So now with the dumb Kerbal thing is going to take off, but let's do the crew check quick. Believe I have to click on it. No, I don't remember how to do this. Okay. No wait, I was pretty sure I have to go. No, I don't have to. I'm failing already. You know what? I'm skipping the flight check. I don't care anymore. And just gonna coast along. So, here we go. Going to take off. I'm probably going to deploy the parachute a bit quicker on this one. Nah, I'm just going to let this almost slam into the surface and deploy it at the last minute. It's faster that way. So here we go. Just going to point it right at the ground now. Gain momentum this way. Jebediah is just smiling down there in the corner. He does not know who's piloting this aircraft here. If he had any idea, he'd be terrified. Terrified. And yeah, I'm gonna deploy the parachute now. Oh no, it's not working. It's too late. Bye, Jebediah. Oh, there we go, the humanity. That was a successful flight test. Oh, let's do that again. Oof. I can't. I don't have words to describe that. Let's check here. Oh yes, this is how I do it. I needed to do the crew report and keep experiment. Now I can take off. So now I'm not going to fail the mission either. Taking off, taking off. Yes, we'll hold a state funeral for. Wait, look, it's Jebediah's clone. It's Jebediah's clone. You see, Jebediah, he may die, but in actuality, he's immortal. Jebediah is immortal. So, at what point would Jebediah be I mean, at what point would the pilot really be concerned? It's like the last time someone took off in this, they just died because I wasn't paying attention. And let's speed up things. This is the real fastest way to get down. And here we go. Now we can safely touch the ground. Safely is a mild thing because sometimes when I speed up, it just blows the ship up. Like, physics don't work really well when you speed up. And here we go. Let's try our EVA and get some more science. One small step for man. One giant leap for Kerbal kind. I keep forgetting that these aren't people. Like, they aren't humans like us. So let's go plant the flag. Plant the first flag. As soon as I remember how to do this. Oof. I am failing. Yes, this is a failure. I just can't figure out how to put the flag down. You know, we'll figure this out when we actually try going for the moon. So, right now, let's just recover the vessel and recover Jebediah before something happens again. So now, let's build something actually worth our time. Let's build a 2-stage rocket. Okay, so right now let's go to the vehicle assembly building and try seeing what we can do. Oh, I forgot, I should get us a new mission. So I'm going to return to the Space Center and go grab us a mission. So right now you have to go to mission control, and we have a lot more missions we can do, but what I'm going to do is grab the suborbital one, which is escape the atmosphere. It says I never completed this one. Yeah, it doesn't think I did that one, so let's go to the VAB and check on it quick. So right now at the VAB we can go and see how things are going and completely scrap this aircraft. We have it saved anyways, but let's go and build a new one. I don't know, did it think that last mission happened or something? I'm so confused. Let's just load craft, open craft. Let's just use the dumb Kerbal thing again, take off. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, if I get science above the atmosphere, it's a lot more valuable than the stuff on the ground, but if you think about it this way, the stuff on the ground is actually just as valuable as the stuff in the air right away. And people always underestimate that part. They're like, yes, let's go to space, but you need to get the stuff here first. And I screwed up again. I meant to get the What am I supposed to click? How did I get in this before? Like, I clicked on this with something, and I was able to look in it. Oh gosh, I'm messing with the camera settings. Why does it keep rotating on me? Okay, now it stopped. But I'm trying to quick, shoot. I really should have played the tutorial. I haven't played this game in over a year. I just don't know any of the controls anymore. And it's disturbing. And why is this rocket spinning? When I try to make it spin, it doesn't spin. But when it does spin, it... Okay, that's pretty concerning. I'm going to try to make it stop now. Yeah, I think I got control now. So here we go. Gonna land. I'm landing on the airstrip apparently. And there we go. I crashed again. Now let's get Jebediah to do an EVA again. Hatch is obstructed. So I'm going to turn the aircraft, well, turn the rocket. Now we can do an EVA. This is going to be the hardest mission of his life. He has to plant the flag on the runway. Just in the middle of the runway so some aircraft I build later on can hit it. And now I'm here. Is it this button? No, it's not. This button. This button. Not what I meant to go to. Has to be something to do with this, but it's not. 1 second, I'm gonna look this up. Nah, this isn't helpful, so I'm gonna go to controls quick. And yeah, it has something to do with flying, so show hide cursor. That's not working either. It should be X when I click on them, but it's not. I'm clicking on them with the cursor. Oh, I guess I'll just get them back to the ship. Oops, failed. Oh, I'm sad. My audience member left. Oh, there goes all the audience interaction. Let's recover the vessel. Hey, someone's watching again. Hi, welcome to the live stream. Okay, so recovery of a vessel that survived flight. So here we go. I'm gonna go quick and I'm just gonna do some of the more standard things you can do with the rocket at this point. It's still not giving me anything I don't have any new parts. I'm launching again. Just because I'm failing to get parts. Maybe I should just strap more rockets on this. So here I go. I'm gonna quick test new buttons. I need to see what's going on with my controls. Something must be going on. Okay, there we go. There. Now I can do the crew reports. I looked it up. It was square, not X. I screwed up again. So let's transmit the data. I failed to transmit the data, so let's do the crew report. Overwrite the crew report. And now from that, I'm going to keep the experiment, which means I'm going to just hang on to the crew report and take off. Now when I take off, I'll be able to plant my flag. Let's hope I land a little closer to the airport. So to do that, let's go tilt back. I just realized tilting's not going to do much because I'm already... Oh no, I want to tilt that way. And I don't know how successful this is going to be. There we go. I think I might have succeeded now. Now it's supposed to slow me down. I'm hoping I land near the airstrip, because that's where I really want to plant the flag. But all I really think I succeeded is making it so I land on the water. Oh gosh, it's a string bean. It's really running around all over the place. I landed a little too far from the airport for me to want to really check on that. So I'm just going to plant the flag here. And that's how you tilt an aircraft. Like, you could legitimately do that in real life. Yeah, they teach you that in flight school. So now I'm going to climb out. And there we go. I climbed out, so let's go and plant my flag. Oh, I don't have a flag yet. No, I mean, I don't have a report yet because he's not trained enough, I guess. But let's go and check on these goose. Observe them. And I'm not a scientist, so I have to climb back in. Board the aircraft, and then I can internally view the mystery goose. The goo seems bored. The goo is now a living thing. The goo is alive because the goo is bored. That is some real science right there. Let's get back and recover the vessel. So here we go, recovered everything. Let's look, it says 11 parts, 2 resources recovered. I gained reputation. So now let's go research and development, because I just remembered I actually have to research the things I need to get. Let's research the rocketry. I was wondering, I was just like complaining, I don't have any science to buy anything. No, I mean, like, I didn't have any parts to get any more real science going. And then I just realized, oh, I need to research it. So, bit of a brain fart there. So, now let's go check out my mission control and see if I... Yes, I completed that mission. Well, I completed both of them. So, let's escape the atmosphere. I already have that one. What's this one need to be done? Take a crew report above. I'm not going to successfully be able to go that far. I mean, I just have trouble directing towards certain places. Okay. So these right here are tests, I guess. Now I just got a mission to test out the parachute I'm currently using. So now let's go build a new rocket with a bit more interesting things. So let's see what I have. I now have a fuel tank, which is good. I have a swivel and the hammer. The hammer here is way better of a rocket. But let's see how good of a rocket we can get right now. So right now let's get some couplings. Let's get the TD-12, which is the only one we have. Let's give just a modest amount of fuel. And give myself a swivel. Now let's scroll down. Yeah, I'm going to do multiple stages. Don't worry about that. I'm just going to do multiple stages with what we got so far. Let's see how high we can get if we just... I don't know. I'm not going to grasshopper this one yet because that would be a waste of time. But that's a basic two-stage rocket right there. But let's make this a little more interesting. Let's give it couple more boosters. And there we go. Now we have some boosters. Let's check the aerodynamics. I have nothing to put on them, so this is going to be a great flight already, I can tell. This is going to go terribly. Let's be honest here. Now let's launch. Oh man, I can't do it. The launch pad's not big enough. Take the fins off. Launch. Nope. Yeah, we're just gonna do this. My launch pad's not big enough to do bigger rockets than this right now. I can't have too many parts on it right now because the launch pad can't sustain such a heavy amount of anything. But right now, let's just see how high we can get. Oh gosh. Save him. I tried. I just tried. Oh. Ah. Strobe lights. Okay, let's revert to the assembly. I don't know what happened there. I don't know what happened there. Maybe it was fins. Yes, we need to give it some fins. Obviously, my lack of aerodynamics did that. I'm making a joke. I do not honestly know what could have done that. So, let's take off. And hopefully it goes better than last time. How glorious that was. Activate Jeb clone number 3. Oh, poor Jeb. All the things you put him through that he doesn't remember. And look, Jeb Clone 3 is a better pilot. Wow. Evolution works in mysterious ways. Either evolution or, genetic engineering. So there I go, higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. Slow her down a bit. You see, I'm going to try keeping this going just where it maintains the current speed I'm at. Good, right there. I think I made it. No, I didn't make it yet. Yep, right here we go. Well, I made it into space already. Wow. You see, whenever you hear that music and it hits 70,000 meters, you reach space. So let's activate my parachute here. And I can't leave the vehicle. Yep. Wonderful. Just gonna enjoy this for a bit. Just a standard mission and I already got the space. Oh, that was a really high up one. See, I made it into the hundreds. That was actually pretty good. There we go. There's the parachute. And there's the loud, ominous explosion. And there's the parachute opening. And we're going a nice safe distance. Fast forwarding, there's the shadow. When you're on the moon, you have to watch that shadow to basically tell how close you are to the ground. Because parachutes don't work on the moon. But there we go, and if I had the ability to go and put a flag down, I would. But let's try anyways. Nope. No ability. And I should have taken a crew report up there. I was pretty stupid. But there we go. Now I can go and do another one. I know, this Jeb's stronger than ever. Yes, calling them did work. Okay, here we go. Right now I'm going to build another rocket. Actually, no, let's go to research. I should have enough to get something better. Like, I could go for that, but I want to get general rocketry because you get some bigger and better rockets. And then let's go for pretty even loadout pretty early on. Now, when you get all of those, you're almost set for
Mason, you want
trip
some
2.
baked potatoes?
So right now, let's go and, sorry about that, my parents interrupted me, but, let's go just build more rockets. See, I have a bigger fuel tank, so take this off and put on the bigger fuel tank. But now I'm going to show you another amazing tool you can use. These are thumpers. Now thumpers are some really powerful engines, so you need to always watch out with these. And we're going to use these thumpers to get us almost the whole way there. Now I'm going to actually make these a separate stage, but just be aware you don't have to do that. You can usually have them run concurrent with the main engine, but oh wait, I should probably use decouplers then. So with the decouplers, let's put these on here quick. There we go. Now they're attached to the decouplers. Let's give them some cones. And we're ready. You know what? I am sick of that. We're going to go and fix that launch pad immediately. I'm going to make that launch pad bigger. So to do that, you go over to the launch pad. I screwed up already. You go to... Oh, you manage it. So you go to the launch pad. Manage, upgrade, right here. Now, I should have enough to be able to go and build a bigger rocket. So with the rocket, we have right here the dumb Kerbal thing, Mark II. We'll be able to take off. So let's just do it a normal count. Oh wait, I messed up on the staging. I messed up big time. Yeah, what would have just happened there is this rocket would have detached those and had them fly off, and then the middle rocket would have just fallen to the ground, killing Jebediah clone number 3. But Jebediah clone number 3, he was smarter than that, and he caught that, so good for him. So right now we're gonna just try another suborbital. You know what? We're gonna tilt this one. Right here I'm starting to tilt. It's not really working well though. I'm sort of tilting successfully, but not much success. Now it's not firing. The rocket is not firing. I had to do that manually. I don't know why, but things screwed up there. way, this is a solid booster. It doesn't stop when you want it to. Am I gonna have to do this whole trip manually? Probably will, so I better deploy the parachute now. Like, arm it, so that when things get screwy, I'm not the cause of them all. So now, this is how high this one will go. And near the top, I'm gonna try spreading this out a bit. So let's go click up here. It's not letting me do that either. Must be screwy right now. Either way, I'm gonna speed this up. And right here, we're going to just continue. See how far we can get. Activate. Yeah, at least that works. Not gonna make it around the world this time. Well, I do think this one is orbit capable. Well, orbit capable, but I think I screwed up somewhere. So let's just detach this from the aircraft. Decouple. We're on our final stage. I did everything I need to. Picked the wrong direction. This is the one I want. No, it's not. This one right here. Because that way the bottom of the aircraft will eventually be what hits it. Because for the re-entry, you always want the bottom of the spacecraft. So Hayden, if you enjoy this video, you know you can always subscribe and help out the channel. And I'll get you more great content like this. And thanks! I'm going to give Hayden a shout out here for anyone that watches this in the future. Hayden here is an audience member who's been really helpful right now. He's been giving us a lot of great comments, which you can probably read later on. And I do not think Jebediah clone number 3 is going to survive this. I should have probably researched heat shields. We're slowing. We might make this. A little iffy on it though. I can't even see what's going on right now. Do an expedition to the UFO. Okay, I'll have to look up where that one is. But I know one Easter egg that you might not know. There is another airstrip. There is another space station on this planet. I passed the Arctic. Oh, that's what that is. Yeah, I must have. Yeah, there is another space station on the planet. And it's really close. It's the closest Easter egg in the game. When I get into the jets, I'm gonna fly a jet over to that. But I still have problems landing jets, so all my jets are attached with 1 billion parachutes. So that's how I land them all. So it is, it's a takeoff with a vertical landing. It's a type of aircraft, but it doesn't land normally. And touchdown. So right now, let's go out, hop out of the aircraft, do my little bit of science in the new biome. No science, which means it's a normal biome that I've already been to before, and I should have probably tried landing in the Arctic. It was just so dark I couldn't see it. Yes, that helps everything. Turning the one light on. It's an internal light. So, oh wait, did you hear about the news that they're coming out with a Kerbal Space Program 2? And it's gonna have colonies, like they're gonna have colonization in it, and it looks really cool. I still don't know if I'll get further than the moon in that one though. So I'll probably just build a bunch of one-way trip colonization missions to the moon on that one. Although I have been looking up videos about how to try doing docking in this game. And if I can get docking down, then I'll probably make my moon missions not one-way trips. Because the main problem is all mine have just been like, get the lander there, land with the lander, and then the lander's out of fuel. But if I have, well, it has enough fuel to get into orbit around the moon, but not enough to get back to Kerbin. So, essentially they're always stranded. So right now, let's go research. And I screwed up. Let's go to mission control. And become the first people to orbit Kerbin. Another record. Orbit Kerbin. Yes, if we can manage to orbit Kerbin, well, things should be better. And also, I need to bring a Mark 16 parachute into flight above Kerbin right here. But, does that mean I have to get in between those altitudes, though? Well, let's try orbiting Kerbin right now. So this is going to be my successful orbit run. So let's go to the VAB here and add more fuel to my rocket. Because every time you ever do something, it's obviously you need more fuel. Not like a design flaw or anything. So right now, let's go. Add another right here. and leave it there. And there we go. This is currently the rocket. I think we could raise these a bit more. Now they all disappeared. So right there, that's going to be the rocket. And we're going to get into orbit. Oh, make a new rocket for the orbit? I think this one can do the job, and there's not much new things I can do with a new rocket right now. But after this one, I'm going to make a new rocket to get me to the moon. To the moon. I'm going to fly around the moon next time. That's the next goal, just like do a flyby the moon. So, here we go. Rocket, check. As soon as it starts, I'm going to wait 100 meters, and then I'm going to... My staging's not working. I'm going to revert flight to the assembly. For some reason, when I press the button that should have my staging going, it's not working. Which means something's up. And I had also forgotten to do this again. So, let's move these down. Fix that. Robo Jeb 1. Yes. It's one of the Probodyne models. I could send a probe, and that would be the smart thing to do, but have we proven... If I've proven one thing on this channel, it's that intelligence is a myth. So let's go launch. So right here is the rocket, and I'm hitting the button to take off, and nothing's happening. So let's go to the controls and see what the fly the vessels. Okay, so stages. Did I press LX? There, it's now it's going. I'm already having problems with this one. As you can see, the rocket's turning. It's like slowly turning circles. And I'm trying to tilt it so that it heads in one direction, but I figured out the problem. I'm gonna have to revert the flight. I did something to my controls. It's a button you can accidentally press that locks the yaw and the pitch. And that's what if you go back in time, you can see that there's purple on the yaw and the pitch right now, which screws everything up. Like it happens, yeah, right there. Screws things up. So I'm gonna have to revert the flight again because I just did that as an example. So now I'm gonna take off, and I shouldn't have anything screwed up with the staging. So now that staging works, I don't have to manually take off. I'm just gonna do it. It's still hard to take off though. And it's still turning, although now not as much, and it's a bit more manageable. Now this one, since it's such a heavy rocket, it's going to have trouble tilting until it's really high in the air, but I still need this slight tilt going for me. And right now I'm going really fast. And I've screwed up my yaw right now. And my pitch. Yeah, things are screwed up right now. I do not know how to fix that, so it's going to be annoying. Let's go to controls and see if I can't fix it before I reach the top of my destination. Nope. Oh, this is gonna be difficult then. But let's, it's not letting me do maneuver nodes at all, either. Yeah, I just don't know what to do about that. And it's really frustrating. So, you can see how the purple on the yaw and the pitch in the bottom right corner of my screen are on. If you guys know any way to get rid of that in PlayStation, that would be great. Because my rocket will start moving and turning on its own. Okay, right now I'm going to see I am going this way. Oh god. Okay, right now I'm sort of getting it, so here we go. If I can get orbit like this, that would be great. Seeing how screwed up my directions are right now. So now I'm gonna keep pulling. I'm gonna keep the orbit going. Yep, we have enough fuel. We can keep going a bit. Just to fix my alignment. That's a pretty irregular orbit, alright, yeah. So let's just see if I... Well, with the outmaneuver nodes, it is a little difficult to do much better than that. But after I get really high in the orbit, I'll try circling it a bit. So now I can do my magic. Which way am I turning? It's great. I can tell everything like this. It's pitch black. I can't do anything. Okay, let's just see which way it burns. No, wrong way. That's how you tell. By doing something and screwing it up. Ooh. Lesson learned. There you go. Now that is a sort of... I'm sort of actually surprised. It's pretty circular. For just eyeballing it. So... that's an orbit. And let's leave them up there for a full 24 hours. Way longer than the initial actual orbit of planet Earth. Ooh. Yeah, he's been up there for a day, so now time to start thinking about bringing him down. So now I can start Yep, that should get us on what looks like Africa. Nope. Doesn't look like if you look at it just from here and there's just this point of view, it sort of looks like Africa. Go ahead, Hayden. So now I'm gonna go land the aircraft. I need to actually take one of these crew reports now. Right now I'm working on landing the aircraft. I keep calling it an aircraft, but it's a spacecraft. Aircraft are different than spacecraft, and I need to get that through my head. I'm trying to make sure that the rocket goes pretty straight. You see, I'm no longer in space right now, but I also don't have any protection from the heat. I don't have a heat shield, which is why sometimes coming in at such a sharp angle is a good idea. Is that a crater? I see a crater over there. It looks like a lake that made a lake, but I don't see a crater. And I just don't see a crater. But that over there does look like an awesome crater that made that lake. Right now I'm 23,000 meters up, and looks like I'm gonna land in the mountains, which is not a good thing because this parachute is not set for the mountains. Let's make it so it goes a bit higher at 2,000 feet. Set the minimum pressure to the max. Mountains in the middle and the islands above it. Yeah, this does look like a crater or a gulf, like the Gulf of Mexico. And that island off the shore could have once, at one point, been a giant asteroid. Or a part of it. You mean like this whole continental island plate? That would have been like the asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs. Just massive. Yeah, we were getting close to the mountains right now, so I had to change this up at the last second. I was getting rather concerned. So here we go, landing, landing, landing. Right here we'll touch down, hopefully softly. Yes, very softly. I already made a crew report when I was in space, so I can't make another crew report, but I will make an EVA report. And you see I got several science from that, so that was great. And now we can recover the vessel. So now that I've orbited Kerbin, it should be possible for me to, I don't know, go somewhere else. Let's go try the Mun. But I'm gonna need to research some things. Okay, I should get a heat shield. Let's be honest here, I need it. So now I have to decide. I can't decide, I don't have enough research now for anything. And we can't get a probe yet because that's under the basic science. So pretty much. And like, why would you even bother if you could just clone them? Wouldn't you just leave them there? I think the spaceship was much more valuable than the guy in it. Right here is where you could go to research some general rockets, which are pretty fun. Well, I mean some general aircraft. And I've actually made some decent aircraft in there. Like some things that can get off the ground and stay up. So, trying to think of what I really want to get out of this. For a trip to the moon, you need electronics, so you'd have to probably get batteries and solar panels. And this would get you rovers, I guess. And yeah, this would get you RCS thrusters, which are really useful. If you don't have RCS, you can't turn your spaceship really well in space. And you need landing gear, so. Yeah, we're only preparing for flybys at this point. So now let's go get us some missions. Let's hold that parachute. Let's grab the Frogger again. So let's load up a vehicle. Oh no, the dumb Kerbal thing was ruined. We need to make a new vehicle just so we can... Oh, this is so annoying. We have to make a new vehicle just so we can go up 7,000 meters to get... You know what, I'm so tempted to just take this giant rocket, but I know that would be a waste of money. So new craft. So right now, let's get us a quick craft. Give it a hammer. No, that's a bad idea. I need to give it need to save money here. You know what? I can do this. Let's just land this whole rocket. And give it some science on the way. But this whole rocket's going up. It's just going to be a one-seater, one-part rocket. It's just going to be one state. Well, I mean two stage. Like they're going to have the utilities for the parachutes, but that's it. So for this one, let's give it some red, like some side chutes. 2 of them on each side. Good, and give it some more. And then you give it drogue chutes to slow it. So let's give it some 2 drogue chutes. Now this is where things get pretty. Let's go. Make another stage. There we go. Yes. This will be my rocket. Now let's go add some science. And add a barometer and a thermometer. Now we're going to launch. Now the barometer and thermometer, do some terrain science and upgrade your Kerbal training. Yeah, if I upgrade my Kerbal training, then I'd actually be able to do EVAs in space and be able to plant flags everywhere, which will be fun. I just realized something. I have to revert to launch because the whole reason that I did this was so that I could use that Mark 16 parachute, but I didn't bring the Mark 16 parachute because I wanted to save the thing to get cheap. So I need the Mark 16, which is all the way at the bottom. This is the Mark 16. It's the first one you get. And I don't think I'll need that many parachutes then if it's going to use the Mark 16. So there we go. Now we're ready. Let's launch. I'm going to do my everything as soon as I get to the top. Here we go. I need to get to 7,000 meters. Okay. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Now it needs to stay below 13,000 meters. Okay, which is great. Great. Now let's go grab us that reports we need. Crew report. Good. Open the goo. Now let's take the thermometer. And there's a barometer. Now I have everything I need. I'm going way higher than I thought I would right now. Currently it shows me really high up.
I'm not going to have any potatoes.
Like technically in space now.
Mason, the potatoes are done.
So oh god, what happened to my parachutes? Story of my life. I think we could do better. Bring in Jeb Clone 4. So right now, that's great. I have clone number 4. Club number 4, equipment check. Ready. On the way out, let's check the settings of this parachute. That's part of the reason. You want that one to deploy all the way up. The minimum pressure you want to be as high as you can get it. And for this one, I don't know, but not as low as it was. That's for sure. Try to get it around 1,000 for, not 1,200 for these. There we go. Now I feel good. And we can now finally do our experiments that we always wanted to do. And there we go, I have all the data I need. And now let's open up the parachute. I have to step away from the controls for a second, so I'm going to open up all the parachutes and we're just going to see how things go. I'll be right back. I'm back. So let's see. We are burning altitude like a son of a gun. And it's getting faster. So, see if I can't speed things up. So when it gets closer to 5,000, that's when things should start slowing. Oh gosh, it wasn't slowing for me. My time thing anyways. Yes. Wow, that was the perfect deployment right there. Yes. Jeb Clone 4 was amazing. Now let's get out of the rocket. Okay, so let go. So let's quick look at them. Do an EVA report. Hop back on. Confusing. Well, either way, let's just recover the vessel and recover Kerman. So now, that didn't get us much science, but it got us things we needed. Hopefully it got some mission done. I cannot understand this. I'm going to have to decline that mission. Yeah, this one. So we're going to explore the Mun. So now it's time for us to really think how we're going to get to the moon. First of all, let's try looking at our vehicles, I mean our buildings. Wait, if you upgrade the research and development building, what happens? Either way, now it's time to finally try going to the moon. Now that we're burning through our money and we're running out of ideas, we're gonna make one last daring attempt to entertain everyone by going to the moon. I'm gonna take this one. Now we're gonna create a new craft. This one's gonna be pretty similar though. Let's see, we're gonna need a lot of fuel. Like that much. Yeah, we're gonna take Kerman. Then we're gonna go couple this And couple the top layer. Now we're going to also go and attach some bigger rockets. Like we're going to need a hammer. Also we're going to actually need a liquid engine. But now we're going to need a bigger payload. So let's put these down here. And line those up here. And connecting to the same one. I'm going to put some thumpers on. There we go. This time, let's go check everything out. And we're mostly good. Now let's go and see if we have any heat shields. Yes, we do. We do have heat shields. Which means there, now I can quick put a heat shield on. It's even smaller. This one was the right size. And there we go. Let's look. We're gonna want these down here. We're gonna want the main engine there. That engine there. We're also going to want to separate. Yeah. I need to get these down here with the 4. But yes, we're good for launch. So now let's go to the moon. Avenge all the Jebs that have died. Oh wait, no, don't avenge them, then they come after me. We're going to remember all the Jebs that died to get us here. And before we take off, let's actually put a parachute on this. Would have been interesting. I would have had a heat shield and not a parachute. That would have been great. So now I put on the parachute. And the parachute's the last stage. So now we have everything we need to take off. Name this. What should we name this? Wait, before you go out, what should we name this? Okay. Bye, Hayden. I'm gonna just name it Mun 1. And I'm gonna take off. So now, time to go to the moon. So far, so good. No serious malfunctions. I can't be doing this wrong all the time. I wonder what's going on. Yeah, I'm gonna end the live stream right now. Guys, it's been fun, but have a nice day. Working on ending the broadcast right now. Bye.